Recording has begun. This is going to be Kyle, ADC ZERI coaching. Here we go. So fortunately for you, I've been playing a lot of ZERI recently, and I picked up the champion when I had to play ZERI Yuumi for a tournament. So I know a thing or two about this champion right now. Yep, he's very fun. Okay, so in this particular matchup, Nyla versus Rel, you guys can play for priority. Of course, you can't just all in Big D, like 2v2, that doesn't work. You have to like play range, play poke, and then you go from there. So in this matchup, what I do want to see, what I hope to see, is you do look for angles to maybe poke the Nyla. Oh, for sure, first wave prio. But here's the thing, okay? Everyone thinks first wave prio means hard fucking shove as hard as you can. No, that does not mean that at all. What that means is when you know you get the full priority already, where you know like, oh, they can't contest no matter what, that's when you slow down as much as you possibly can. And the reason why you do that is because you don't want the wave to be right here, level 2.
Yeah.
You want the wave to be as close to here as possible so that if they're overstepped, and trust me, I've seen master tier players overstep against level 2s, even up to here, and I'm just jumping on them and they're just dying. It happens. So the level 2 cheese you want as closest to mid as possible. Go ahead.
Do you think it's the same with the Nyla matchup? Because when I play against Nyla, I feel like we can hard shove first, and then maybe we hit 2 same time since they're 2 off 7 minions.
9. Oh, yes, Nyla. That is a very particular thing that I forgot to mention. So maybe, yes, you do actually auto shove, but my point still stands for the other point, though. If you're not against Nyla, you want to do what I just said, which is slow. Once you know for sure it's pushing, then you slow it down. But against Nyla, I guess you can change the rules a little bit, just specifically for that champion. Here we go.
Depends on if their support pushes or not.
Yeah. So right here, the positioning to be here is way better. And the reason why is because you'll have access to minions, but you also have potential access to attack Nyla at the same time. Look how you're positioned right now. You're in position to attack minions, but you're not in position to potentially attack Nyla. And the reason why you want to be up here is because you can get minions and you can get Nyla, but also you also make the enemy team scared. Because now, if they see you postured up like this, they're like, oh shit, we can't walk up. They might back off. And that's something that I very commonly do in AD carry role is I call it like fake zoning, where it's like I look like I'm gonna do something, but I'm not actually doing shit.
I pretend it's winning.
Yeah, just pretending. But here's the thing. That doesn't mean stand here and start tanking like random abilities. That does not mean that at all. What that means is if you see an angle where you can stand somewhere where you can maybe bait an ability, so something I teach people, by the way. I'll look at mechanics. And out of curiosity, have you watched my videos before? Like anything?
Yes, some. I don't really watch like coaching videos, but yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming you watch my main YouTube and my secondary YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay. So something I talk about very often is zone of influence, and I'm sure you're aware of this concept once I explain it. It's just simply the area somebody can impact. And basically, to sum this up very quickly, it's scripting in your brain. And I'm sure you know what scripting is. It's cheating in League of Legends, where you can see everyone's ranges, how far the ability goes, how wide it is, how fast. You want to do that with your brain. Obviously, don't download scripts, you'll be banned, but you want to be doing that constantly. So right now, the reason why I want you to stand here is because, look, this is Rel's engage. You can easily walk out of that if that happens. What's Nyla's damage range? Like this? Something like that.
I actually have no idea.
Okay. Well, her Q is like this, something like that. Just slaps in front of her. But obviously, other champions like Ezreal, you have to be a bit more wary of. Varus can shoot like this, something like that. But in this particular case, you're safe, my brother, to stand here. Obviously, if Rel walks up, you back up. Or you can poke her and then maybe bait and engage, as long as you're able to dodge it. But zone of influence is very important to understand because this will dictate where you can stand in lane to min-max your pressure in lane. That means to minimize your input, but maximize your output. So you need to understand this concept for every matchup, so you know where to stand, because right now, you are not standing in the most optimal spot to scare your opponent, to last hit, to potentially poke, and to give your support confidence. That is something that a lot of people just talk to me about. They're like, Saskia, my support is so bad in solo queue. It's because you're bad in solo queue, that's why. Why would I, as a support, walk up if you're standing 10 miles back and I can just get randomly engaged on. Not happening. Although I still do it anyways when I'm playing support. So I give my ADC confidence to walk up. But you want to flip the script on yourself because I'm not coaching Soraka right now. Who am I coaching? You. So I want you to be the one doing these things. So I want you to maximize in almost every situation you can in early game without dying. That's the most important thing. Late game, don't do that, okay? At 30 minutes, 40 minutes, do not bait a Blitzcrank hook. That's the dumbest thing you can do, okay? You AFK as an AD carry in late game. But in early game, you min-max. Any questions so far?
Not really.
Okay.
That all makes sense.
And by the way, this concept, I didn't spend a lot of time on it just now, but trust me. And I'm pretty sure you already trust me, but as I say this, you need to do this 24/7 in a game. Even in a team fight where there's 5 people, you need to draw out the key abilities that can fuck you over. In this case, it's Rel Flash W ult, it's Syndra QE, Varus ulti, Wukong Flash E ult. Those are the biggest things that they draw out in this game. Yep, free poke, yep, good. Chase, beautiful. Yep. I would say there's nothing honestly much more you can improve there. It's just slight movement stuff. So this is good. That was a terrible Q. That's good movement right there. Q auto. You kite away from Nyla. That's one too many steps right here. It should be right here. Auto, because now the next thing I want to discuss is spacing and tethering. So the best way for me to describe this concept is in multiple ways. There's the car section and there's the tag section. So I want you to picture 2 cars driving in the same direction. One's going 10 kilometers an hour, one going 20 kilometers an hour. Relative to each other, they're driving 30 kilometers an hour towards each other. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want you to think about 2 cars driving in the opposite direction. It's still 30 kilometers an hour relative to each other, because they're both traveling in the opposite direction. Now, I want you to think about the car now that is driving at 20 kilometers an hour, driving towards the car that's going at 10 kilometers an hour, but they're going in the same direction. The car driving at 20 kilometers an hour is traveling 10 kilometers faster relative to the other car, so it will catch up eventually. Now, how this applies to League of Legends is you want to be able to recognize when your opponents will walk away, so that you're able to turn that much faster and do damage that much faster. And this is a very heavy concept in top lane if you're playing range top, like Vayne top, into melee. But in ADC, it clearly applies here too. So in this situation, there's 2 cars traveling in the opposite direction. ZERI is going in one direction, Rel is going in another direction. You need to be able to identify that she is already going to leave and turn that much faster. You being here versus you being here are 2 different things, my brother. 2 different things. Because this being here would allow you to get 1 more ability or 1 more damage off. Now, the next thing you have to be worried about is, oh shit, what if Rel turns? And you're this much closer, she can auto. You have to be able to call that turn. But realistically, let's be honest, is she turning here? No. I don't see a world where she ever turns here.
No.
But this guy's HP, so this is just free walk, no matter what. And now the last thing I need to explain is the tag portion of this concept. The tag portion of this concept, I want you to picture this. You're going back to grade school, you're 10 years old, you're in grade 5. And you're on the playground, and you're in the open field. You and your friend are the same speed, okay? You guys both run just as fast as each other. If he's behind you by 10 steps, and you guys both run in the same direction, infinitely, there's no wall, will he ever catch up to you if you run straight? No. So, in this situation, you have to be able to identify if there's an obstruction that is going to happen at some point. In this case, this is the line that's being created from that example I just explained. There is an obstruction in this case. If the Rel does any other pathing that isn't straight directly away from you, that means you get that much more damage. Because in real life, if you're playing tag with your friend, and there's an obstruction that he's going to run into, okay, let's say he's here, and there's a wall right here. Right here, if you're running like this, and then you go like this, your friend isn't going to run after you like this. He's going to run like this. Do you see that? That's like the idea that I'm going with here, and this is a very common thing when you get ganked, because common meetup points for ganks is right here. The jungler comes in, you're running away, boom, you get caught right here. So that's something I have to think about. So in this situation, the tagline is here. She's gonna run into here. I think she has an angle to get to the tower. But you understand my point, right? If the tagline was any other way, you would be able to just fucking cut her off eventually. And then you get that much more free damage. But I have to explain these concepts in a way where it sounds so stupid, but obviously when you're in a real game and you actually recognize that, you memorized it and you can actually execute upon it. But anyways, in this case, you need to be able to call that she was going to run away and turn faster and now chase her down to be able to do your damage. But you did a decent job. You dodged the rel W, you kited away from Nyla, but I think you just lose 1 Q. I think you went for a minion there. Is that minion worth? Let me see. Or is the damage more worth? I guess the minion's more worth. You already won. Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's keep going. Go. Never mind. 7 minions, you're right. GG. I did not recognize that. I completely forgot about that passive. Okay. This gameplay is fine right here. In this situation, you actually don't win 2v2 in a full big D all-in. Because these are basically 2 melee champions, is the best way for me to describe it. In order to beat melee champions as a range champion, you have to be like 80% HP, while they're like 30% HP. And then that's only then will you go even in a full big D all-in. If you decide to tank every ability. So you have to play a lot slower and keep slowly getting these Soraka pokes, these ZERI autos, and keep working them down. Something I really like doing, I'm not sure if you can do it here, is I like 3-wave crashing and raising for call on ZERI, but that's up to you if you like doing that, or if you want to like play overextended laning phase.
I do it pretty often.
Okay.
I don't think so this game though.
Yep. Because after you get the call, you come back, you try to hold them in the lane on purpose, you regain your levels, and then you fuck them on the freeze, or you try to bounce it back and keep them in the lane. Because now you're just sitting there farming call the entire time while they're sitting on D-Blade.
I usually don't do it if my jungler's pathing down for the bot lane scuttle fight. I'll try to push third or prio for it.
Okay. Yep, perfectly fine.
But not always.
How's that kite? That kite looked pretty good. Let me see. Yep, this is all good. Yep, kite. Yep, E, perfect. Yep, nothing wrong with that. If you want a slight adjustment, you can E in a way where it dodges the Q, but yet you are still in range to attack Rel, but that would open you up to a W.
Yeah.
If you did that. That's only if you think that's weird good, but playing completely safe is perfectly fine too, and not tanking anything. Okay.
I feel like most matchups on ZERI, if I don't die in lane, I win the game.
100%. Because you just pop ult later, and then as long as you hit one person, and then just start taking outputting your damage, you fucking just 1v9.
Yeah.
You are shitting on them in lane, what the hell?
But yeah, I mean, I'm on a fresh, so it's like kind of...
I think there's a lost opportunity here. Right here. So right here, they are pretty far extended. I would reposition right here. Because you, first of all, you'll have access to minions, and second of all, if they actually anchor down a little bit, like here, there's an angle to W while you're here. And you W in a way where it cuts them off to walk this way directly, and you'll probably miss it, unless you want to aim to land it. Rel jumps on your ass, and remember what I told you, if you're 80% and they're 30%, you'll go even. But what are you, 100% to whatever the fuck this is?
And
So-
also the Soraka.
Yeah, even if you tank everything into your face, I still think you're fine. You pop this bad boy, you pop this bad boy right away, barrier, and then you go from there and just fight to the death. So I would look for this angle here 100%, only because the conditions I said to you are here. And guess what? This motherfucker's here just in case you need him. So that's the biggest idea. If Rengar's top, this is terrible, what I just said. Okay, that's terrible.
There's also the issue with the Nyla invincibility thing. that lasts like forever.
Oh yeah, it does. But I still think you still win through it. You're fine. You got Soraka heal. You got literal Soraka abilities, and you have a health potion. All the conditions are here to do dumb shit. Okay, Rengar bases goes top. Wukong bases goes bot. Standard stuff. Okay, you can tag plating once if you want. If not, no big deal. Uh-oh, overstay. Okay, hard shot its way.
I wanted my BF sword here.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, works out. Good, nothing wrong with that. Did you fuck your E?
No, you said
okay.
the second one.
Okay. Ah, look at you.
It's from last season with old home guard, so I could actually use home guard.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter
What
anymore.
rank are you, by the way?
Or, I was Grandmaster, but I haven't played that much recently.
Yeah, because I'm watching your gameplay right now, and I'm like, this is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go, 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 go. Yes, yes. Yep. Good. How do you play wave here? It's pushing towards him, so... you can hold. This holds for a while, actually. Yep.
Yeah.
This is good.
Unless that happens.
Oh, the Soraka pulled.
Yeah.
It's still fine.
Yeah.
Because they're still going to lose a lot of minions. And you can always constantly move to Dragon here, so everything's perfectly fine here. Yep, go, 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 go. Although mid as MIA, a little scary, but we don't know that. Yep. Help as much as you can without putting yourself in a position to die. This is good. Fight back, good. We sold our boy, but to be fair, he did not burn any summoners at all. Because I think right there, you E in a way where you're still able to do damage. Let me see. Nah, this E is fine. I would do the same E too. Fuck the Soraka. Okay. Would I have rotated to this play? Let me see. Yes, I would have rotated to this play. 100%. Instead of dealing with the wave. I'm just trying to think what I would do here.
That wave state kind of sucks, though.
Yeah, the wave state's really bad.
Right.
Would I E over the wall or E to do damage still? Is my question, is what I would do. I would probably E over the wall and dip.
I don't see a kill there.
There's no kill. I don't see a kill ever, but it's just damage output. But it's too risky. Okay, that is what it is. Okay. Yep. Yep, you win this. Go. Pop the health potion. Yep. Yep. Did we troll? Trying to think. Let's see. Okay, good. It's fine. Good. I think you're too far back. There's one step right here that you went backwards.
Yeah.
Where you should be going forward. Okay. Oh, he baited you with that one forward movement. You saw that? And he kept going forward. Because if he jumps on you there, what even happens if he jumps on you there? Nothing.
Oh, they die.
Yeah, they die. So that was a bait for sure, 100%. Okay, you get one. Not terrible, but not perfect. So while it's cool that you do have a decent understanding of spacing and tethering, you have to understand if something's a blank or not. If someone's pointing something at you, but it has no bullets inside of it, you have to be able to call that and be able to continue going forward even off of that. Because I think even if Wukong comes in, I still think you're fine. Like even if he came in, like right here. Because now you just start kiting back with barrier and then run towards tower. So right there is 100% forward movement. Okay, you hard shove, base. Damn, you got better ease than me. Jesus Christ, what is this? I'm like standing like over here. Getting like over here. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Some good shit right here. I'm the one learning stuff. Okay.
I've played nothing but ZERI since release, pretty much.
Oh, I picked it up like 2 weeks ago. What elo is this game? Out of curiosity.
I think it was D4.
Okay. Hey, this is fine. Would I pop R here? Yeah, way sooner. Yeah, you need to pop R sooner. And the reason why is because if it's a full big D all-in anyways, you may as well. Because the rel is clearly already in, and Rengar's obviously going to pop ultimate. It's already big D all-in. You wasted like 3 Qs without ult damage. I'm not sure if you didn't know if Rengar was coming.
No,
but...
I had no idea.
Oh, okay, yeah, no idea. Okay, fair enough. I understand your point of view then, but if you're able to identify those key moments, it's important that you pop your ult right away, because every Q that you're shooting without your ultimate is just wasted damage.
Yeah,
Unless
like
you're trying to hold your ult to damage ADC, then I understand, sure. But that reasoning has to go through your head for it to be for it to make sense. If that didn't go through your head, then that means you should have ulted right away. Because what you want moving forward with your gameplay is you want your gameplay to be intentional. Because a lot of people, when they play League, like everything's like, it's kind of like a 50-50 surprise. Oh my god, it happened, right? But if you're able to make things be like, okay, I'm doing this because of this, then that makes you become a better player, because now you have a repeatable system that you can keep working on over and over again, instead of having it be luck. And then when you're able to do that, you can actually improve on things. And that's how you go from Master GM to Challenger. And by the way, so you said you're previously GM. This is the easiest time right now to get Challenger. I'm playing in these GM 700 lobbies, and I promise you, those GM 700 level players right now are Master Tier 0 LP. I'm not even fucking joking.
Oh yeah,
they do not
that
have
D1.
basic fundamentals at all. Let's continue.
Oh, this is where my duo ruined my life.
What'd you do?
Rengar. I begged him not to dive this.
This looks garbage.
Yeah, it's Nyla. She just W's it and then ults us if she can.
Soraka's tanking too. Oh, we're fucking garbage.
And then we died to Syndra. I begged him not to do this. I just wanted to reset.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah, I mean, it was forced.
That'd have been crazy if you guys just did dragon. Is it even up?
I
have no
I
idea.
just wanted to reset there.
Oh, you can also reset too, yes.
Yeah, but
A dragon wasn't up. Yeah, you just reset.
This guy in my ear telling me to trust him.
Trust me, bro. Trust me. I'm a Rengar main, bro. Okay, what happens here? Okay, you guys pushed. Everyone's dancing around dragon. Victor's basing right at dragon spawn. Nice, Victor. Good shit, brother. Okay. Rengar's diving into... Okay. Syndra's not showing mid lane. Wait, where were you? I thought you were Soraka the entire time. 1 second, let me look at you. Okay. Okay. So you pop ult. This is correct.
Flash stunned me.
Soraka is literally like kind of flank as Soraka.
Yeah, I just didn't notice Soraka or Syndra coming, unless it was in fog. I don't know.
No, you guys don't know at all. I don't expect you guys to know. Popping ult here is correct. Soraka is just completely out of position. Oh no. Oh, then he queued behind. Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. Soraka wasn't in the correct position. Victor wasn't pressuring mid, so that we don't know where Syndra is. That is just a very fucked position, and Rengar's jump is just so bad. Why did he even pop ult here? Let me look.
My E was bad too. I E'd for damage instead of holding it.
Yeah, this Rengar ult never works in a million years. I would never pull this trigger if I was playing Rengar.
I remember he blinked me for this play too.
Oh, you eat air. What the fuck? Holy shit. Yeah, you have to be very conservative with your E. especially when you have no flash. And this has to be a constant in your mind as ZERI, because this champion, if you have no E and no flash, you're fucking walking. And you don't want to be a walker. You want to have the ability to dash out of things. And obviously that's very obvious, but you have to be able to recognize that in the moment too, and actually be able to actually execute on that. But even with flash, I would still play very cautiously with my E. Yeah, I don't think that E was very good at all.
Yeah, I messed up the animation cancel. And then I was like trying to do as much DPS because they're at tower.
Okay. And your duo blamed you for that? That's crazy. Is there anything?
That was a good fight.
No, that's a terrible fight.
Yeah.
Because if you're the ones having to run into them halfway into their damn tower, it's not a good fight. You tried your best with the ZERI W.
And go dragon. And then he jumped.
You can't do that either. The play is just not set up properly. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The play cannot be rushed. You need Victor to push out way first, and then he can rotate in. And then you can do dumb shit like that. Then it's perfectly fine to do dumb shit. But you cannot do that when there's no mid-wave priority. So this is not your fault. And Soraka's fucking griefing. Is that too?
It's a dragon main on Soraka, so it's just expected.
Yep. Let's see, if you had E, you would live by going over the wall if you knew Syndra was coming from behind. Yeah, that's hard to call though in the moment. Okay, let's keep going. Game's not over, it's still fine.
Yeah, their champs are just so hard for me.
Okay, this is fine. Good. Turn forward. Let's see. I feel like it's supposed to be more forward here. Let me look. So go boom, boom, boom. Rel engages, fails. Now that has one more E. She can use the second E. I don't like your positioning here. I think you're positioned for Nyla ultimate.
Yeah.
But it seems like you're too far away. Because look, two objects moving in the opposite direction is double the speed. You're never going to catch up again. I think you have to be moving forward here. The fact that Nyla used, what's it called? W and double E already. I feel like this is your big D moment right here, where you just go forward already. Because it wasn't used on you. It was used on Soraka to get what? Heal? Cool. Right? Like, now it's full forward time, 1v9. And sure, Nyla has ultimate, but who gives a fuck? Just go. Because you walk backwards, 2 extra steps, and now you have to use your E to go forward instead of already have been walking forward already to do damage. Okay, you still have your ults going. Yep. Stop being a bitch. No. Yep. There you go. Okay, now figure out your life from here. Good luck. Nice. Walk it out. Don't give him anything. Oh no, if Rengar's calling it, then you guys can go.
Yeah, I was just trying to bait out his ult.
Yep, this works. Yep. Oh, walk towards Soraka! Oh! I know what's going through your mind right now. You're like, oh my god, Syndra, right? But she's actually not a threat in reality. So you dive into Wukong ult, which is fine. You finish Varus, which is fine. You get hit by Syndra QE, so now your brain registers, okay, Syndra's on the left-hand side of the map, but I'm full focused on Wukong right now. You see more Syndra abilities fly down. You have to walk forward towards Soraka here, 1 step. You have to. Just 1 step. Enough for a Soraka W, and then you juke out for a Syndra Q that could fly right here. So that is obviously if you're a robot, a human robot, but even in these situations, you still have to be able to recognize that that's the only way you're living, no matter what, in this situation, is walking towards Soraka. Because kiting to the right anymore doesn't let you live against Wukong. It lets you live against Syndra if she's real, but right now she's not real. She's kind of out of the fight, with her range being like right here.
Killed him before I died too.
You think you could have?
Yeah, because my passive. If I got the Q and if I got the auto attack off, he died.
Mm-hmm. Oh, never mind. You don't get shit. It wasn't even up.
Oh, yeah. At least he died though, so it's whatever. Still a 3 for 1.
I don't like that mindset though, because I like the mindset of what more could I have done. Because it's those tiny little details that you pull off in these situations instead of saying, okay, I traded 1 for 1 at least. Instead of being like, oh, I won this situation because I played it like this. and then now I'm alive, or I got 2 for 1. I don't know, right? So
Yeah.
I don't like that mindset. You need to swap away from that, because once you start thinking in ways that are more like instead of, oh, I could have, like, because it feels like it's like you're justifying your poor gameplay essentially, instead of just trying to fix it just on the spot. So then your baseline level of gameplay now increases to a higher level just because you're not thinking a certain way like that anymore. So I only do that when I'm also coping. So if you're coping, sure, that's fine, right? But if you're not coping and you're trying to improve, then you should not be thinking like that at all.
Yeah.
So you pushed mid, then you
Yeah, I
rotated
was
for
looking
vision.
Maybe Varus overextends here and dies.
Did Nyla freeze in mid lane? No, she didn't. So you push. You
Yeah,
rotate.
and then I see Varus showing wave, and I'm like, oh, maybe we can kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
Wave
just
is
warded.
now dying mid.
Yeah.
You lost 3 melees. Now you lose the entire...
Oh,
You got
I'm
one
scared of these
mage.
champs.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah.
Bot lane wins. I mean, it's fine. Nothing... Because if you walk up, like, you do just get engaged on. It all comes from here. And then if Rengar's making a play bot, you die. Interesting. What are we doing? So mid wave is here.
I asked if he wants to kill the Wukong on Gromp.
No, you do not want to kill Wukong on Gromp. You want to be catching mid wave. And if Soraka's here to do it with Victor, sure. Because this is a solo queue play now, what you're doing. You're not following the fundamentals of AD carry, which is always catch mid wave when you're winning. And in this, you might not be winning on gold right now, but you're winning on map pressure right now. Because they just killed bot lane. Right now, there's a cooldown period after this play. Rengar popped out. Okay, cool. You guys killed Syndra. Victor gets the free push. Everyone is happy on your team. So he gets the farm on a turret. You guys get to catch mid lane with a fake priority from bot lane. Fake priority, which is like Rengar numbers advantage. And everyone's just chilling. You push mid. And then you rotate if Varus sits top. And no matter what happens here for the next 24 seconds, you guys win. This is coin flip. Whatever this is. So this is not a repeatable system, what you're listening here. What you just did is something you do when you're losing the game. When you're winning the game, you never do this. And I think you are winning the game. You in particular, ZERI 631. Not your team. But you are. And for this next 30 seconds, you are winning the game as a team. So this is illegal. This is all bad. Not consistent. Cannot be repeatable. So in mid game, you want to push, vision, push, execute, always when winning. When losing, you can sack waves to force kills / plays. So you push here, you hover bot side. If you know that they're forcing a play, you can continue just pushing mid. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Good. That's all good. Nothing to say there. Catch mid. Rotate in with Soraka. I don't know why you're AFK. Right now, right here. You should now move to Soraka right away. You run here. If you're scared, cue this bush from over the wall. And then walk in with Soraka. And let her face check first. Right here. Let her face check. And you're just chilling here. If there's actually something going on, try to assist. If nothing's going on, walk in, clear some vision, and then go catch this next mid wave that's coming mid right now. But you AFKing here is absolutely useless. The only other thing you can do is walk up mid lane and catch mid high. So that you can have more time and more priority to fuck around the map once you clear the entire wave and walk around and do dumb shit. Those are the two options. But this, whatever you did here, I don't know what this is. You walk towards here, they do like this. It's like what? You didn't do anything. So let's see.
And we're just waiting for next wave.
Yep, and you know that they're basing too, so you can catch that mid wave high. And that's something that a lot of the solo queue AD carries don't do. Only on certain windows. That was a window where you can catch mid wave high. But you can't do that if they're all back on the map, because you will die. So you have to be able to recognize when you can do that. Because now, like this mid wave should have been pushed way sooner, and you should have been in this area way sooner, 100%. I wonder if you catch mid high, do you even get here? Let's see.
Did we know they back? I think. Oh yeah, I guess we did.
It's their cooldown period. They just did Herald.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, they can overstay. That is a possibility, yes. But then that's why you let Soraka face check first.
Yeah.
So right now you see Wukong. You see him. He's literally on the map, half HP. Overstaying on the map. You see Rel basing literally on a ward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you face check Wukong right now, I don't think you're dying. So you're fine.
No.
Or if you even catch mid-wave high and Wukong ganks you, I think you're fine. If you caught mid-wave high here, do you get to this bush faster than Syndra? I'm not sure. That's a very close one. But yeah, it just seems like you didn't min-max everything you possibly can here. Okay, what happens here? That was a really scared E that you just did. I feel like. So Soraka gets caught, obviously. I don't think I ever pop ult here, ever. I'm trying to think. Because I feel like the second this guy dies, they just turn around on this guy, you know what I mean? And then now you have to walk into them, which is a little scary. I'd rather hold the ult and just output the DPS for free until I know for sure that it's a full-blown all-in. Because the fact that they can just pull the rug right here and walk away after the Soraka, it's too easy. The fact that they walk towards you even 2 steps, I'm very surprised. Also, Zane disappeared, lol. Oh, good fucking jukes. Oh, okay. We walked inside Syndra's zone of influence.
Yeah.
QE. So right here, you chose to walk into Varus' zone of influence, which is fine. Was that juke on purpose, or is that just luck? Or is it like...
I don't know.
Kind of 50-50? Okay. Okay, so right here, now you're entering Syndra's zone of influence, which is QE right here. So you're clearly inside of it. You need to be moving in a weird way to be juking this shit. And yeah, you don't. So, so you just die. But do you recognize how important that concept is? It seems like such a noob concept, like silver, like players, right? Like that I'd be teaching this. But you would be surprised, my brother. Very surprised about the people that just walk into stuff and they're Grandmaster, like 500 LP. I'm like, okay, dude. Like, what are you be doing? You need to watch some Sasuke LOL videos. Anyways. That is another example right there. But if you're telling me, Sasuke, I walked into Varus' zone of influence there, knowing he has ultimate, knowing how I was going to juke, then I walked into Syndra abilities, knowing how I was going to juke, and you actually tried to do it, then I agree with your play, right? Because right there, you're saying, okay, it's solo queue, Sasuke, I'm losing the game, I need to ego here to win the situation, I'm doing it. Then I agree with you. But if you walk there with your brain turned off, and you weren't even thinking, and you don't know what's going on, then I don't like your play. That means your play is incorrect.
I think their Varus use also is like, okay, there's no way I die here. And then I got Syndra.
Yep. And of course your teammates ran it down, there's that too, but we cannot control that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Are you buying a QSS?
I think I got annoyed.
Oh, it's an emotional buy? Okay. No, I respect it. I do emotional QSS buys all the time.
All 4 of my deaths are to Syndra stun.
Nah, that's crazy. I never use E just for the wave as ZERI. If you know everyone is, sure.
I do it occasionally.
It's so big D to do that. Like, if I don't see people on the map, I'm not doing that shit. Also, your duo fucking sucks ass. That's a separate thing. Oh, never mind. Who pops ult halfway across the map though? Like right there, that's so coin flip. You know what I mean? You don't know where they are. Syndra could be underneath the turret here, and then you would find nothing. What is the ult timer anyway? 1 minute? Your Rengar, your duo is just a solo queue player.
Yeah, he's masters.
It checks out. Just master tier.
I thought he was good because we played in last season and we went 23-0 on Fresh.
Oh, nice try.
That was unfortunate. My
Yeah.
E here was really unlucky. I like miscalculated the angle.
Oh.
Yeah, I barely miscalculated it.
So sad. I'm surprised you didn't hit that fruit plant. In case they start running towards you, they have to run through a minefield of fruit plants. Which slows them down. Small thing that didn't matter, but that's something I would do.
I didn't think I was on vision, so I didn't want them to know I was there.
Didn't they literally see you though? I swear to God they did.
It might have.
They just like looked at you and they're just like, nope. I think they literally see you. I think you're on vision right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's close enough. I don't have to just change the fog of war at all. I would have hit that plant 100% and be like, bye.
I just wanted out. I saw four OP chance.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, we're Tarzaning the wave. Let's go. Yep, this is all good. Yep,
There's
this is
an
all
angle
fine.
here, but it's hard.
Nope, this is all fine. You hang out AFK over here. This is good. Okay, that's fine.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, still okay. Okay, it's good. It's good. Hit the Wukong, hit the Wukong clone. No, you have the ego there. Because now your ZERI ult runs out. Ego the Verisalt, bro.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't pop your ZERI ult then. You hold the ZERI ult then, if you're not gonna ego. Until there, somewhere around there. Because right now after that, right here. Okay, go for the cone, go. Walk up. Like this, and then I would juke while tagging the Wukong clone. Would I do?
Yeah.
Let me think. Would I do this?
It's like sketchy.
Yes, because right now you have to dodge Wukong ult with nothing. Or Varus ult, I bet. With no E, no flash. Is that worth? Probably not. I would not do it. Okay, I take that back. But I definitely would have popped ZERI ult once the Night got on me, though. That's for sure. But you are.
I kind of thought the play was. I thought the play was over.
Oh no, Rengar is doing some. He's doing shit. Fine. I think right here you're too far away. You should be coming back in the fight, like somewhere around here, at a really weird off angle, so that you're still kind of moving towards the fight, but yet you're not directly running into the Verisalt. So yeah, that's what I would do here. Because if he shoots Verisalt from here to here, you have time. You have time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. To just walk it off. But this is too far. Look at this. Look at this. Holy shit. You see that? Two objects moving in the opposite directions, double speed. Your Rengar is literally flying towards them and you're moving away. If you were right here right now, AFK, maybe you can do something. Maybe at best. But
Yeah.
you are not anywhere near here. It's too far away. And notice how you turned around anyways. Imagine if you were planning on turning around in the first place, but you said to me that you thought the play was over. But then if you're claiming to duo queue with this guy, I'm not sure if you're in comms, he should be screaming, I'm going in. And that should mean to you, oh, okay, I'll stand a little bit closer. So I can be a part of the fight in 2 seconds instead of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like your positioning is like so AFK? Hold up. Seems like you never grew balls in this entire sequence right here.
Yeah.
You E over, you W.
All 5 of them.
There's a half HP Wukong with no ultimate. And Nyla that clearly ulted us earlier, who's half HP walking towards us. We have a Soraka behind us that has enough HP to heal. I don't know, bro. You're so AFK. Okay, you clear mid. You do the fuck my teammates solo queue plays and just push mid, the guaranteed play. I like it. Now we've overstayed on the map by 2 plays now. The team fight at Baron, and now we're on Dragon. Okay. No basing. Let's go. I respect it. What are you doing?
I was waiting my ult.
Why are you going this way? Oh, you're just farming bot? I don't know what you're doing. What did I just witness?
Yeah, I just wanted to play the bot side so there's not this bush that Syndra Varus could be in.
I understand what you're trying to do on a human psychological side of things, but in a reality side of things, you have to play a front to back with your team. If you're playing like Kennen here, oh, go ahead, do what you just did. That's fine. But you're playing ZERI. You cannot do that unless the fight is obviously going to happen, where you can E over here and the fight is migrating this way, and everyone flies in, and then you pop the ult, blow up 1v9. Then sure.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. But that never happens here. This fight's already lost, 100%, because you're not allowed to pull dragon. It's illegal. Rengar has to pull the dragon, so this is already doomed.
Here either.
Yeah, it's over. Let me see when you were supposed to base. You were supposed to base. If you want this dragon, you base right now. 1k. Grab some items, whatever it is, Vam Scepter, and then come back to the map. If you don't want the dragon, then you can push mid. But if you don't want the dragon, then what you should be doing right now is still basing, and then running to Baron and starting it on spawn. That's what we should do. So that is a call that you have to make as a team in solo queue somehow. But you pushing mid and overstaying tempo here means you lose dragon 100%. Because the enemy team all fresh base. Soraka hasn't fresh base. Rengar's just spawning. This dragon's gone 100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your call is fine to push mid, but you have to call to not play for dragon. Dragon's illegal here. Or, alternatively, you big dick all in this Varus. But then the Zaheen has to be in this bush right now. This is also a really good play. If Zaheen is in here and Soraka's in here, this is so fucking good. Because it's a fast play that you do on a losing tempo. Where someone face checks so fast, you just fucking pop them in 1 second, and then you fuck off as fast as you can before the enemy team collapses. This is a really good play. But that did not happen. The play's done now. You base. Or you catch mid. Dude. Zone of influence, bro. What the hell? This is like silver level stuff. I feel like right there, that should be a quadra kill for you. Somewhere in there. But yeah, it's perfectly fine to get near someone's zone of influence. Like, you can enter someone's zone of influence, okay? But if they knew said ability, the question is what are you going to do about it? That's the question. You don't have to answer my question. You have to answer to League of Legends when it happens to you. And when it happens to you, obviously right there your answer was, I'm gonna click QSS. That didn't do shit for you. I'm not even sure if you had QSS in that situation. I think you did. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the Wukong has a crazy flank. You cannot ever contest this tower in a million years. So this is just pure solo queue. Rengar's bot lane, 2 people dead. Even if you dodged Rel W, Wukong E ulted Soraka, and you dodge Syndra QE, I still think you lose. You don't win. Even if God gave you perfect conditions. Yes, Zaheen, rotate over. Force the play. Okay, what is he doing? Nah. Okay, good. Push vision, push execute. You guys pushed. You guys got some vision. Cleared one. Rengar can make play on Varus. It's fine. That means you guys AFK mid. You can run bot right now too if you want, or get the red buff. I would get the red buff. Is that red buff? No, that red buff's not yours. Never mind. No, it is yours. Why don't you pick it up? That is yours. Yeah, it is yours. Am I crazy? Oh, that shit is yours. Okay, so push and then rotate for a red buff here. So you're doing step number 2, which is push vision, push execute. Vision is, I guess, the red buff. Then you catch the red buff, you come back mid, you catch this wave, and then you can make a play if you guys want to make a play. But every single time you clear mid wave, you always want to try to do something. It doesn't mean flying in and fighting them, okay? That's not what I'm saying. That means you could be picking up a fruit plant, like to get your mana back. That could be getting red buff, that could be clearing one ward, that could be just hovering, just to see if someone walks up in a side lane. And if they actually walk up, then you full rotate to the play. Like, you never want to AFK mid again. Like, it's just so pointless. You always want to try to do something, no matter what. It could be farming a little raptor, if your jungler isn't nearby, just to get money into your pockets. Is this legal? I feel like that's illegal. You farm wolves here. Yeah. And then you catch mid wave. Exactly, that's what you do. Okay, now catch mid. Okay, you still didn't get red buff? LOL. Dude, if I saw that red buff, I'd be sprinting to that bitch full time. As fast as I can. Alright, here we go. What do we got? This is a good play.
I remember this fight.
Yep. You're holding a very AFK positioning, that's fine. Okay, get in there, baby. Yep, do some damage. Yep. Oh my god, that guy one-shot you. Nah, you're a bitch. Nah. What? Okay.
I wanted to flash for the 1k on Wukong, but I was too late. I think this guy's 2-9. I want that 1k.
I don't think I ever would have E'd here. I would have just ulted and not started autoing.
Yeah.
But the E has to be used for something else that's more important, rather than just attack speed output or whatever. Yeah, here, this is just a free ult. Ult, and then just start doing damage to Rel. Or if you got big balls, reposition. That could be a play too. But this is, I would have played it like that. I would not have jumped in 1v9. Okay, so this is fine. This is fine. Good. Would I E over the wall here? I don't think I would, dude. I think I would barrier and just try to burst them down as much as I can and make sure I move away from Syndra. That's what I would do here. Is this like a panic play or something? Like you're like, oh shit, he's gonna auto Q me in a second.
Yeah, I think it's just the Syndra.
And don't you run this way?
1 HP. I probably didn't even notice.
Yeah. I think I'd E this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah.
And that was unlucky.
I think running here is correct.
I'm really scared of this guy.
No, running here on the GA is correct, 100%. Because the Wukong, when he comes out, he's gonna E, auto Q your ass, and that's your HP right there. Yeah, and then invis, you're dead. You're fucked. So, I think the initial disengage was bad. And right here, you were like, I don't want to give this guy 1k, right? On Zaheen, so you want to take it? Right when you see this guy, though, I wouldn't do this. I would just say Zaheen, take it. I don't think it's worth sacrificing a flash for 1k gold so that you can be the main character. The fact that Zaheen gets the kill anyways is just a win in itself. It's like, you guys got the kill. Congratulations. Hold your flash for either this guy to live or the next fight that's happening after this one. Because it's still Baron. Still Baron timer. And the funny thing was, is you flashed, and then you're like, oh, never mind. So you start focusing Varus instead, who's full HP. You did a good job here. You dodged that one. But the problem is you entered melee range.
Yeah. I think I was trying to walk through him.
Okay, to like maybe like make him do a weird Varus Q or something that you can dodge. That's very hard to do. Whenever you enter melee range against Varus, you're always getting hit by the Q. You don't want that.
Yeah.
You want to hold some range because there's a chance he might fat finger his Q a weird way. Yeah, that was very troll what you did on the the first disengage, and then that flash should not have ever happened. So that's just decision making in team fights.
Yeah.
And by the way, in these team fights, what does everything come back to? Zone of influence. You know what I mean? It goes back to this. Being able to recognize it in the moment. But here's the thing is, I can't teach you to, like, be able to register everything in a team fight. Like, all 5 players, right? All I can tell you is have a general idea and be mindful of where people are in fights. And focus the person in front of you. the way I play AD carry in team fights is I try to position in a way where I'm in a 1v1. It's not a 5v5. For me, it's a 1v1. Me versus their frontline, whoever's the frontline. Their tank. Probably a Sejuani or Wukong in this case, or Rel. And I position in that way because now that means I only have to think about one person. Rel's engage. What are the Rel abilities? The second you start positioning in a way where you're in multiple people's zone of influences, there's too many things to calculate. Like, I'm not gonna lie and be like, yeah, I push up my glasses, I can calculate Syndra QE, I can calculate like Nyla's ability, like I can't do that. But what I can do is know where they are in general. So that I can position in a way where I only have to think about one person actively. And then as I finish that person, now I can move on to the next person. And then by then, the fight has developed so much already that people are so low. Now you're just flying in and then flashing one ability and then you win. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damage the Rel. Oh, you didn't damage the Rel. Oh, this Rengar needs to be... What are you doing? Do damage. Bro, do damage. The fuck? Nah, but what's my ZERI doing though? Nah! Nah! Okay, you are an absolute griefer. 100%.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Right there, that should have been damage on Rel. That should have been 1Q. That's fine, what you did. The W's fine. Your duo's trolling, but whatever. Let's see, what would I do here? I would not E over the wall, that's for sure. What I would do here is I'd walk here and pop ult and just start Q autoing. That's it. Did you see what you did here? What was that? You walked away from the fight instead of doing damage. Like, you need to view your teammate's HP bar as a resource for you to output damage while their HP is going down.
I think I was looking for a W, but it was on cooldown.
The W that you just shot right here towards the Rel. Okay. Fair enough.
We got 4 people stacked. I can walk back, get a W.
And you are shooting the hardest person to shoot in a team fight right now. This guy is 10 miles away from you. My brother. Shoot the guy that's in W form. So then your things bounce off onto him. And then you're maintaining your ult on repeat over and over again. Alternatively, you can big dick do this, but you'll die. But this would have been better than whatever this is. For sure. Because if you did this, that means everyone's focus is immediately turned on you. So then now... I would never do this, by the way, but I'm just saying that this would have been better than this. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and then right now you should attack the Nyla inside W form. So that bounces. I don't know why you're kiting here. Yeah, kiting here is fine. You need to recognize when they're going to turn around, though. It goes back to spacing and tethering, the cars and the tag game. Right there, notice how he walked away, you walked away, 2 objects moving the opposite direction. GG. You'll never catch up to him again. And one of the worst things that you can ever do as ZERI is try to chase someone down.
Yeah.
And then nothing happens. And then your guy comes back to life and... yeah. Oh my god. Goodbye. That was a very unoptimal fight on how you played it out in that situation. So it goes back to positioning to deal with one person at a time. Right there, you were positioned to deal with nobody. That's the problem. The Wukong wasn't even looking at you. You weren't even a thought in his mind. And you were trying to full focus him. Instead, it should be on Nyla. So now you're only focused on Nyla's zone of influence. You're attacking her. Okay, Nyla goes down or kites away. Now you deal with Rel. Or the Wukong that comes in. And then one at a time. Keep going.
I usually like to wait for abilities. But it might be like too passive. What I was doing there.
If you can identify key moments and key abilities that you have to absolutely respect, then yes. But right there, I feel like your teammates' HP bars were going down, and their teammates, the enemy team, was all outputting damage while you were AFK. So you weren't actually outputting shit at all the entire time. But you need to move in and actually start outputting something in those fights right away. Now, I'm not saying walk in and just get hit by abilities. What I'm asking you to do is position to attack Nyla there, so your ult bounces onto people, and you only have to deal with Nyla's zone of influence until Rel and Wukong decide to step up into your face, seeing that you're doing damage. Because I'm a firm believer in solo queue. you do as much as you can without dying at all stages of the game until you have to do a blow-up play. The blow-up play is when you go in and be like, boom, motherfucker, I'm in here. I'm in, flash one ability, and now I'm finishing everyone off. And that's the play that everyone sees on Twitch and YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened? I'm like talking and then everyone's dead.
I think my Soraka got caught.
Okay, you are... Oh, no one's supposed to walk up here. Rengar's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would I catch mid here as ZERI, or would I look here? Okay, you catch mid. I think you're postured too far. That's fine. And now you rotate over. You come. What the hell? Okay, yeah, there's nothing to talk about here. You come in and try to clean up, which is fine. Boom. Cool.
I don't think I noticed that was clone, like at this in the second.
Oh.
Then I'm like, oh, I can kill this guy and get him an entire level because he's level 18. Then it worked out.
Yeah. You can go one more here.
Entire level off that guy.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
well.
a full level.
Yeah, you go one more here, 100%. Everyone's topside and 2 people's dead. You can get one more wave and then pressure the wave over here to force them to respawn. But better yet, you soak the entire wave.
Yeah, I think I just wanted item.
If there's a chance you can die, which there was none by the way, then you don't go for it. But right there, you have to go. You should go for that wave 100%, because it forces someone to come respond to the wave, and then it stalls more time before they get to mid lane. And if they don't respond to the wave, then the wave just sits here for a long time. Nice, Soraka, good shit. Keep it up, bro.
Has been destroyed.
Okay. You have to pull the trigger, so sad. What the hell?
He's trying to get next wave.
I guess.
The Varus is just on red buff for some reason.
I feel like we had ult here. That would kind of go crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of just trying to... I even said it. I was like, I can ult these guys to clear the wave.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, it's still fine. The game stalls because the Rengar full. Oh, you're so lucky. Holy shit. You saw the timer that you could have got pulled in?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. Yeah, this is your game to carry 100%. This is 100% a winnable game.
Yeah, I feel like it was possible, but it's
Yeah.
just like hard.
That's fun. You have to keep fighting here. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, Varus is too OP.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay. In this game, obviously your teammates made mistakes and got caught. I understand that. In terms of, like, I'm not saying if you made every decision I told you to make that was perfect, you would win the game. But the probability would be a lot higher. This team fight definitely felt really troll for me, 100%. I feel like that team fight was supposed to be a bigger cleanup that could change the trajectory of the trajectory of the game. This team fight was fine. And when you flashed over here at the Varus, not perfect. There was a lot of sequence of events that led to the loss of this game. Holy shit, now that I think about it. Okay.
Yeah, it should have been winnable.
Okay. What can I talk about here? The biggest problem I see... Your laning phase seems pretty solid. That's good. It seems like your team fights are a little derpy, is the best way for me to describe it. I think you're torn between big D'ing and little D'ing. I just feel like there's no, like, in between. I'm not sure, like, what's going through your mind in these team fights, but either I want to blow up or I want to, like, I want a happy medium. You know what I mean? Where you're outputting damage. Like, I just feel like
Instead of just standing there.
yeah, you were just standing around, like just AFK until by the time you actually enter the team fight, you lost so much damage compared to an AD carry who would have been regularly outputting damage while still being safe from abilities. Because now you're too safe. That's the problem. So you have to find that happy medium where you're in position to do some damage, but yet you're not getting hit by Syndra QE or Rel Flash W alt engage or Wukong E alt engage. So yeah, like going back to this team fight, like everything was already used. I was just very surprised you were over here instead of just attacking Nyla the entire time. That's one.
Yeah, I think I'm just really scared because they have Rel, they have Nyla ult, they have Syndra stun, they have Wukong ult, they have Varus ult.
Yeah, but you have to assume in that fight that everything was probably already used. In that in this particular fight, at least. In the initial dances of a fight, yes, you can be a bitch. That's fine. And I already said it all the way at the beginning of laning phase, right? How you can sometimes bait abilities during laning phase on purpose. Like simple stuff like Ezreal Qs, like Rand Ws and whatever. But I told you.
Rocket Q a lot. They always throw it if you take one step forward.
100%. And then I said, after 30 to 40 minutes, you never do that again. You don't play like that. You play like a bitch. Until the initial engage happens, and then you move in and you start outputting damage. So let's talk about team fighting to help you out a bit more. So obviously the zone of influence, I told that, but here's how, and I already admitted to you, right, that I don't calculate every little thing in a team fight where like, all right, this guy's here, this guy's here. I don't do that. I have an idea. I have an idea of where people are in team fights to help guide where you should stand. Where you should stand for front to back. Now, the next thing you want to identify is the Circle of Doom. Now, let me pull up this team fight back here so that we can look at this team fight so I can show you that Circle of Doom that I'm talking about. So right here, the obvious Circle of Doom is in this area, right? That's the Circle of Doom. And as an AD carry, once you identify the Circle of Doom, do not enter it or be behind it for all its abilities. So you need to identify the trajectory of the Circle of Doom. Right now, the trajectory is like this. Like that. All the abilities will fly in this direction. Not this way. That's not possible. And the reason why is because no one is standing here shooting abilities like this. Nobody. You can be the one shooting abilities like that. So the way you approach this fight is you want to be standing at an off angle, like here. Because all the abilities will fly this way. And because if you're standing right here, I promise you, you will just get hit by random abilities. You know what I mean? Doing damage. If you're standing right here. So you want to stand at an off angle, firing in. And then from there, you play out the fight. You kite backwards. And you output the damage once you identify the Circle of Doom and the trajectory of the abilities that's being fired. And it's very common, like at dragon fights, to be like this. You know what I mean? Like Circle of Doom's right here. The trajectory of all abilities are flying like this. You don't want to stand here. You want to be here. Perfect place. Perfect place, 100%. And then you just output damage on who is the front line. Charge up your lethal tempo stacks. Output your damage, let the abilities bounce, and then you go from there. And then once the fight develops a bit more, then you need to think about the second round of rotation of abilities. Syndra QE. Next Nyla E. Right? Next Rel re-engage, if she's still alive for some reason, right? But it's mainly like mid laner abilities you have to watch out for, like Ari Charm and stuff. That's the second round.
All the OP
Yep. That you have to worry about. Does this concept make sense though? The Circle of Doom. This will help. This helps a lot of people, by the way, when I pinpoint this, because a lot of them just stand in the trajectory of all the abilities, and they're like, but Saskia, I'm like pretty far back. No, it doesn't matter. The enemy team's not even trying to hit you. They're just kidding you. Have you ever heard anyone in comms say, I'm just dying to air? That's what that means, by the way. You're just dying to air by standing in the wrong place. Okay. Well, boom. Wave management. Do you have an idea? I think you do have an idea of wave management, like the 2-wave crash, 3-wave crash?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have to bring that up. Is there anything that you want to talk about right now?
I'm not really sure. 'Cause I mean, everything makes sense, like with the team fighting. It's like with the Circle of Doom, normally for my team fights, I would just stay like super passive until I'm like, okay, this ability is on cooldown, so I can actually play the game now. Like instead of like seeing like where it's going to be thrown.
I think if you play
just
like that,
assume it's at me.
yeah, I think if you play like that, you will be losing a lot of damage in every single fight.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking like, oh, I'm waiting for the Syndra QE to be down before I get into the fight. I don't even see the Syndra QE, bro. I'm just positioned in a way where I'm so far back, I don't even have to think about it. That's what's going on. But yet I'm in a position where I can still do damage. So I'm always finding a happy medium. It's same as laning phase. When I want you to position to fake them, to maybe fake them to back off, while still having access to minions, while being able to dodge their abilities if they shoot it out. So I'm basically asking you to min-max 24/7 as much as you can in every single situation that you're going into.
Oh yeah.
But okay, you need to clean up your, what's it called, push vision, push execute. Every single time you clear a wave, you always want to be doing
something.
as something that is on opposite side map of where they are. I'm not asking you to walk in, okay? Unless their jungler's there and support's there, and you guys are purposely walking in to reclaim the side that they're also playing on too. But I'm saying just always try to do something that doesn't result in you dying. So if you have to walk into the side that they're on, you don't walk in with your team directly and get hit by all the abilities at the same time. You hold an off angle as you walk in when you're doing this step number 2 right here, or even step number 4. And then also identify when you can catch wave high. Catching wave high, obviously you know what that means. That just gives you more time to move off the wave and to fuck around and just maybe hover a lane, see if they actually walk up, and then full rotate and then go from there. Intentional gameplay. I want you to be intentional. I've already mentioned that. I want you to be like, I'm doing this because of this. I'm gonna press my ability here when this happens because of this. I don't want you to be like, ooh, I accidentally just outplayed them, you know? That's very bad. You want a way for you to actually improve on systems that you're actually building. So create systems that are repeatable, that you can improve on. And this should be done throughout the entire game. Like, Zone of Influence is even a system too in itself. Team fighting, Circle of Doom, that's a system that you are following that you can repeat on, because I give you the base information here and you might do this, but you might fail. But then there might be a reason why you failed, right? Maybe one person pinpointed you in a team fight. Maybe the Syndra didn't shoot her QE, right? Into the Circle of Doom. She held it purposely for you, right? When you were holding an off angle. That could happen. People will do that. Malphites will do that too with their ultimate. Yeah. So then now we have to find, okay, what was the adaptation that I need to do to then outplay that or beat that situation? Do I need to pay more close attention to that particular guy now for the next team fight? Because you don't want to come out of the game being like, oh, I should have done that. You want to do it in the motherfucking game. You know what I mean? Like right when it happens in this team fight at 17 minutes, okay, the next team fight at 22 minutes, I need to fix it for that team fight because this guy's playing like this because I'm fed. So then you adapt right away so that you can actually win the game instead of now looking back at your mistakes in the past and regretting that you did that and now having to just live with that for the rest of your life. Because that's just the reality. Like if you don't adapt in that moment, you lose that LP. That LP never comes back ever again. It's just gone forever. Okay. Create systems that are repeatable. And lastly, the last piece of advice, I guess, is it sounds really dumb. Try to win the game. Everyone got lost in the sauce somewhere along the way. People forgot to try to win the game. And some people just ended up like just playing safe and just farming. And that will never get you anywhere in life. You have to be the one pulling the trigger sometimes. So
you have to find the angle.
Yeah, if you see an angle where it goes against the Saskio fundamentals of Zone of Influence slow gameplay, you pull that trigger. Because I do that all the time when I see it. Like you can E in and ult as ZERI, and right when you E in and ult, I promise you, my brother, every ability in history of League of Legends is about to fly in that direction. And if you identify that and you flash a certain way to start out DPSing someone else, all your friends will be like, "Oh my god, you're so crazy!" But all you did was you just knew that everyone's gonna shoot their abilities in that direction anyways, and then just flash. Now you look really cool, and then you might
Yo.
kill 2 people, and then you're like, "Oh my god, he saved the game!" Some shit like that. So try to win the game. Spot those moments, and activate that testosterone. I guess I don't know what else to say. Activate the inner wolf in you, because that's how you win. All right. Do you have any questions?
Not really. It all makes sense.
Okay, let me end the recording.